What's up guys, just Messi here, welcome to a brand new video. Welcome to week number 2 of top 10 transfers of the week. It's the second transfer video of the day, as of course it is Friday, and I do apologise, this one has gone out quite late. But anyway guys, as always, before we start, if we can smash 1,500 likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content, and in the comments below, let me know who you think has been the best signing of the window so far. And if you missed the first video of the day, let me down below in that description box guys. You know the schedule right now, 8 10 transfers, anywhere after 9 o'clock is the second video of the day. And the time frame for a player to make it into this video is going to be from Friday to Friday, and then that's basically how it's going to work guys. And these aren't predictions again, they're all from head to head. So let's start off then obviously with number 10, and that is going to be the Spanish goalkeeper, the Spanish legend in some cases, like a Barcelona legend, Victor Valdes. So yesterday he confirmed his deal to Middlesbrough, so he's gone from Barcelona's starting goalkeeper. 18 months later he's now at Middlesbrough, a club that's been promoted from the Championship, so it's not necessarily a bad thing for him. He probably will be the main goalkeeper there. By the way, he's born in 1982, he's 6 foot tall, traditional save technique, right foot, 3-star weak foot, 1-star skill moves. Gone from Manchester United, although he was on loan last season at one point, to Standard Liège in the Belgian Pro League. Gone to Middlesbrough, he is 34 years old, but for a goalkeeper, that's not that old. So last season he only played 8 games in total, getting 720 minutes on the field. I believe all of them, a majority of them at least, were playing for Standard Liège on loan. So at United he was the second goalkeeper, obviously behind David De Gea. And last season they only kept 1 clean sheet though in them 8 games, conceding 13 goals, and he's joined on a free transfer. And he's valued at £2.98 million. So the reason he's in my top 10 then, he's a big name joining them. I mean, Middlesbrough, I'm not saying they're a small club whatsoever, but coming from the Championship, to get a player like a well-known player like Victor Valdes, that's quite a big coup. Despite his fall from Barcelona, he's still a big name in world football. He's looking to find his old form again. Again, 34 years old for a goalkeeper, he still has plenty of time left in him, and whether being number 2 to David De Gea has hindered him or not, we'll have to wait and see. And I'm assuming he will be the number 1 goalkeeper at Middlesbrough, because they've got a Greek goalkeeper right now, I think called Konstantopoulos or something, who is 37 years old. Again, age doesn't really matter for a goalkeeper. Now, number 9 this week, we've got a similar situation to Victor Valdes, and that is going to be Steve Mandanda. But this guy has not dropped in form whatsoever, as he's still a France international just behind Hugo Lloris. So, Mandanda, he's born in 1985, he's 6'1", right foot, 3-star weak foot, 1-star skill moves. That stuff doesn't really matter, but he's joined from Olympique Marseille to go to Crystal Palace. He's 31 years old, so he's 3 years younger than Victor Valdes. Played 50 games last season, getting 4,530 minutes on the pitch, getting 16 clean sheets, conceding 53 goals. He joined technically on a free transfer because he didn't have a club at the time, but apparently they also paid 1.7 mil. I'm not sure where that fee comes into it because again, I'm pretty sure he was a Bosman transfer, and finally he's still valued at £8.5 million. And it's the same situation as Victor Valdes. He's a massive name goalkeeper, international goalkeeper, joining Crystal Palace. I'm not saying, again, no disrespect to Crystal Palace, but he was linked to Chelsea and Everton. He's an international level goalkeeper, and he's an upgrade in my opinion at least on what they currently have. They do have Wayne Hennessy, I think his name is, the Welsh national goalkeeper, but he's a decent goalkeeper, but not quite Steve Mandanda. They also have Alex McCarthy and also Speroni, so they've got a lot of goalkeepers. I imagine we'll have to sell a few, but Mandanda, I imagine, will definitely be the number 1. And it also shows now the attraction of the Premier League. I know there's a lot of money in it now, and most clubs, even Bournemouth, are splashing that cash. Although Mandanda was a free transfer, you get what I mean. Now number 8, we go on to Denis Suarez, a very cheap signing, or re-signing for Barcelona. On head-to-head right now, he's a 79 rated left midfielder who looks okay, nothing too spectacular, as a can will be much better. But he's born in 1994, right foot, 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. I imagine could get 4-star skills next year, but he's gone from Villarreal to Barca. He's just 22 years old. Last season played 48 games, getting 3,372 minutes on the field, scoring 5 goals, getting 13 assists, and the fee was just £2.7 million. So that was actually his buyback clause that Barca put in his contract at Villarreal, which is so cheap, given the fact he's right now valued at 10.2 mil. So they could either sell him on for a massive profit or potentially keep him as a squad player, which I think they may do. So this one was known about 3 or 4 weeks ago, but it was only confirmed by Barcelona just this week. He contributed 18 goals last season, and that's a good amount to contribute, especially from the left midfield role. And again, 22 years old for 2.7 mil, they cannot complain. He's a very tricky player, very good on the ball. I think again, he will probably be on the bench next season, or they could loan him out. Now we go to number 7, that is going to be Lewis Cook joining Bournemouth today. So this guy's apparently a massive English talent. I've not honestly seen anything of him because I don't watch Championship football, but apparently a lot of Leeds fans absolutely love him, and he's obviously very hyped. I think right now currently plays for England's under-19s. So he's born in 1997, and he used to play for Leeds obviously before today, and then joined AFC Bournemouth. So he's 19 years old, played 47 games last season, getting 2 goals and 3 assists, but a majority of them were CDM or centre mid. The fee is undisclosed, but apparently most sites are saying anywhere, it depends on what you actually believe, believe, £6 million to £10 million and currently valued at 3.4. So in my opinion, that's a very good fee, especially for a youngster that's got a lot of hype about him kind of thing. And I know Leeds fans on Twitter were very annoyed because £6 million, if true, that is very cheap, especially with the Premier League money going around right now. And obviously they sold Matt Ritchie for around, I think it's £12 million. So £6 million technically for Lewis Cook is not bad. Like I mentioned, he's the England under-19 international, and also he actually won the Football League's Young Player of the Year last year on 2015, like a couple of months ago. So that kind of indicates how good he is. Number 6, we got onto a new signing for Leicester City today, and that is going to be Ahmed, Musa, the Nigerian winger. So this guy, I think his card on FIFA right now is a striker, but I'm assuming will play left mid for them next season. He has 3-star week for 4-star skill moves, joined from CSKA Moscow to join Leicester City, the Premier League champions, which is still really bizarre to say, but he's 23 years old, played 44 games last season, playing 3,857 minutes. I think a majority of his games were played as a left winger, so I think he'll probably left-sided on FIFA 17, but he did bag 18 goals. That's a really good amount of goals, especially from the wing, getting 6 assists as well. The fee was around 15 to 18 million pounds. Again, depends if you believe Sky Sports News or BBC Sport, and he's currently valued at 15.3. So Leicester have finally got their man after talks broke down back in January for the winger, and this guy's got bags of pace. So for FIFA 17, him and Jamie Vardy will be such a deadly partnership in my opinion. But again, back onto the fee and stuff, the 15 to 18 million pounds is not cheap, but in nowadays market, the Premier League money I keep mentioning, it's not too much. I think he'll start in that left mid role. We'll have to wait and see for Leicester City. And 18 goals last season in Russia plus 6 assists, that is very good going for him. At number 5 this week, we've got Nolito joining Manchester City from Celta Vigo. This guy is 29 years old. I thought he was a bit younger than that. They paid £15 million for him, but this guy at Euro 2016 was pretty impressive. So on FIFA right now, he's an 82 rated left winger with 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, and high-low work rate. So he joined again for £15 million. Played just 29 games last season, but they weren't in any other competitions, I don't think. Well, they had no cup runs outside the La Liga games. So 12 goals and 7 assists in the 29 games is a very good ratio. £15.3 million is the fee, and he's currently valued at 12.75. I know Pep is a massive fan of this guy. He was obviously his manager back in Barcelona, so I'm not sure how much he saw him back then. We must have seen something about him now. So 15 mil, again, today's market not too much, but he is 29 years old. So he's an international starter right now for Spain, and I'm not sure whether he'll start straight away for Man City or not. He'll probably have to prove himself a little bit because they've got so much depth in that attacking area. Whatever I've seen him, he doesn't seem like the quickest of players, but he's very good on the ball, very technical, his passing is very good, and he definitely knows how to find a man with a cross. Like I mentioned before, contributed a really nice amount of goals last season for Celta Vigo. And number 4 this week, we've got Nani going to Valencia from Fenerbahce. So on head-to-head right now, he's an 82 rated left winger with 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, and I imagine will probably like an 83 and 84 next year because he had a really good year in Turkey. So he's 29 years old right now, and last season played 47 games, 3,730 minutes, getting 12 goals and 13 assists from left wing. And the fee was just £7 million because that was in fact his release clause from the Turkish club. He had a choice of, I think, Everton linked to him, Stoke City. There are multiple Premier League clubs, but he's chosen to go to Spain to kind of like, he's obviously like, he's getting his name back now. He flopped a little bit at Manchester United eventually, but he went to Turkey, had a very good year, and now has a good platform to build on at Valencia. And he's still valued at £12.3 million. So the reason he's in my top 10 then, he proved himself last season at Fenerbahce after falling down the pecking order at United. And if you've been watching Euro 2016, you're probably fully aware this guy is now in the final with Portugal on Sunday against France. And he also plays striker for them. So now we go on to number 3. There's going to be Krychowiak making the switch from Sevilla to Paris Saint-Germain. This guy at Euro 2016 was very impressive, a very good DM, very good on the ball in fact. I mean, 73 passing on head-to-head right now and 67 dribbling. That will probably get quite a big upgrade. He got into the team of the tournament then. So he joined PSG from Sevilla, like I mentioned. He's 26 years old, played 42 games last season, getting 1 goal and 5 assists. But that is not his job. He is there to do all the dirty work basically in that CDM role. The fee was a big one, £28.56 million, and he's currently valued at 25.5. So they're not really paid over the odds, to be honest. But I know I've seen a few PSG fans moan about this one. This guy is one of the best CDMs around, and it gives the likes of Matt Tweedy and stuff more freedom. And let's face it, Thiago Motta, he isn't getting any younger. And obviously the new PSG manager is Unai Emery, who was Krychowiak's manager last season at Sevilla, and of course they're both pivotal in Sevilla winning the treble basically of Europa League titles. And it is his second spell in France after a previous one before Sevilla. I think it was with Rennes or something. Now number 2 this week, we've got BATSHUAYI going to Chelsea. So BATSHUAYI then, he's 22 years old, he's a Belgian international, and right now on head-to-head he's a 79 rated striker, but imagine for an 80 or an 81 next year because he did get a good amount of goals and assists. He's joined from Marseille for a very big fee of £33.15 million, which some people may be saying overpaying, but again, Premier League money. And again, 22 years old, 50 games last season, getting 23 goals and 10 assists. And bearing in mind, one of his striking partners last season was Stephen Fletcher, but he's currently valued at £12.75 million, which I imagine will be updated very soon. So he's probably valued at about 20 mil right now. So Chelsea needed a striker with the future of Diego Costa currently up in the air, because there's so many rumours of him going back to Atletico Madrid, and no one really knows what's happening. He's very young and he's also a goal scorer, which is a fantastic combination. I mean, 23 goals last season for Marseille, and a struggling Marseille team is very good going. And the fact is, he also scored goals for fun in Belgium for Standard Liège. It's a really cool one for FIFA Ultimate Team because he gets a hyperlink to Eden Hazard and obviously links to the likes of Kevin De Bruyne and many more players. He's a powerful type player, puts himself about very well, and he's great in front of goal. But now we move on to the number one spot of the week, and that is going to be another United player for the second week running. That's going to be MKHITARYAN, making the switch from Borussia Dortmund to United. I believe Dortmund announced this one about a week ago, and United, it took him about 3 or 4 days after to officially confirm it. But right now he's at 85 on a head-to-head, which is actually a +2 from his winter upgrade from an 83. So fantastic card. Could be like an 86 next year, we'll have to wait and see. 5-star week for 4-star skill moves, and look at his stats from last season. The 27-year-old Armenian played 52 games, getting 23 goals and 32 assists from right mid. And the fee is quite a talking point because Sky Sports, they said £26 million, which is very cheap. But in Germany, reports like Bild and stuff, they're all saying €40 million, which I think is £35.7 million. Even if it was £35 million, for a player of this quality, that is not bad in this market. And it's still valued right now at 25.5, which I imagine can only go up. So this guy, again, United get number one spot yet again, but this guy adds so much to their attack. They've gone from, their attack was Rashford, Martial, I think Lingard at one point last season. And next season, no disrespect to Rashford, by the way, Rashford will definitely be on the bench and probably, I imagine, will be used like an impact sub next year, but they've gone from that to now MKHITARYAN and Martial. He won the Bundesliga Player of the Year, he created a ridiculous amount of chances last season at Dortmund, and he will cause so much damage with Ibra and again Martial. He got 20 assists alone in the Bundesliga, which is crazy good. His stats again, even scoring 23 goals in all competitions, contributing 55 goals I think in 52 games from right mid. That is world class. Only uncertain thing is that transfer fee, but either way, he had 1 year left in his contract. United got their man, and what a player. So that is going to be it for week number 2 of my top 10 transfers of the week, guys. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. 1,500 likes would be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content. In the comments below, let me know your favourite deal of the window so far. And if you missed today's first video, it's down below in that description box, guys. 8 transfers. Anyway, after 9 o'clock is the second video of the day. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.